With the World Cup just on the doorstep, today we will revisit the World Cup career of one of the greatest players of the game who will be playing his final World Cup in Qatar, Lionel Messi. The little genius from Rosario has always been in the spotlight for his performances in the club outfit, which most of the time outshines the others around him. But even for him, the aura was too bright at times, as his national team performance has been always under strict scrutiny by the most following his cult. Dubbed as the second coming of Diego Maradona, the World Cup has so far eluded him like he himself drips by opposing defenders, a glory that the whole nation is craving since 1986. Messi made his World Cup debut in 2006 against Serbia and Montenegro, coming off the bench and scoring on his debut to introduce himself on the grandest stage of the ball. Manager Jose Pekerman again brought him off the bench against Mexico in the round of 16, where he had a goal disallowed. That would be his final involvement in the edition of the World Cup, as Argentina went out on penalties versus Germany in the quarterfinals. By the next edition in the first ever World Cup in African soil, Leo Messi is already a global phenomenon, with the Champions League, multiple La Ligas and a Ballon d'Or under his name. The fact that coach Diego Maradona and the prodigal Messi will lead Argentina in the South Africa made the whole nation dream despite a topsy-turvy qualification campaign. With a whole host of attacking outlets, Argentina swept aside the group challenges. Real Madrid new boy Gonzalo Higuain led the attack with a hat-trick to his name, flanked by the bulldozing Carlos Tevez on the left and Messi on the right. The exclusion of Juan Riquelme was a shocker nonetheless. Tactically, Argentina were mostly reliant in the heavy-hitting front three, but defense was a concern, as it proved in the qualifiers. A win in the round of 16 again pitted them against Germany in the quarterfinals. The systematic dismantling of Argentina in the 4-0 rout was not a surprise, given the tactical superiority the Germans had. Messi was completely shut down by Lam and Khedira, a page out of Jose Mourinho's book, as Inter Milan demonstrated in the Champions League win versus Barca in the same year. Messi was heavily criticized for his lack of numbers in the tournament, and the pressure of his predecessor grew even more. Fast forward to 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Messi now is considered as the greatest of all time by many, with multiple Ballon d'Ors and a jaw-dropping number of goals. Overall, Argentina looked a far better side under Alejandro Sabella than they were in the previous edition. Messi's positional evolution as a false nine from a right winger was identified by Sabella, and Messi was played as a number 10 behind Agüero and Higuain. As a result, Messi was finding his groove, scoring 4 goals in 3 group games. Argentina rearguard also looked much solid, with Mascherano as the anchor player, who was arguably one of the best performers in the competition. Argentina managed to secure a semi-final berth after 2 consecutive 1-0 wins in the knockout round versus Switzerland and Belgium. In the semis, they were against a tough Dutch side, and the match went on the penalties, thanks to a goal-saving block by Mascherano from Robben's extra-time effort. Thanks to a shootout heroics from Sergio Romero, Argentina made it to the finals, again faced by a familiar foe in Germany, who walloped the host Brazil 7-1 in the other semis. Yet another heartbreak awaited in the final, as Mario Götze's extra-time winner sealed the win for the Germans, denying a too sweet a victory for the Albiceleste in the rival territory. Messi, despite winning the Player of the Tournament award, it was not something he envisioned in the sleep, leading to the finals. Jorge Sampaoli's Argentina in 2018 was far from a favorite going into the Russia World Cup. A nervy start to the tournament against Iceland didn't help the cause, as Leo Messi missed a penalty that could have proved a match-winning stroke. Croatia humbled them in the next game 3-0, leaving Argentina in a must-win scenario versus Nigeria. A 2-1 win secured a knockout berth eventually. Jorge Sampaoli was heavily criticized for his chopping and changing methods throughout the competition, with no fixed formation or system. Argentina played a 4-2-3-1, 3-4-2-1, 4-4-2, and a 4-3-3 in their respective games. In the round of 16, Argentina were blown away by eventual winners France, which looked much close on the score sheet as the game finished 4-3 in favor of the Le Blues. Now Argentina once again look to be the favorite in the Qatar World Cup with a 35-game unbeaten run. That includes a Copa America win in Brazil soil against the host and a finalissima win versus Euro champions Italy. Under Lionel Scaloni, Argentina are a team unit that was missing since 2014. Despite Messi being the gold standard, the likes of Rodrigo de Paul, Romero, Martinez duo stand out in the Argentine setup. With the group consisting of Saudi Arabia, Mexico and Poland, we can see a new world record of 38-match unbeaten streak. But all will again come down to the same question as Leo Messi goes into his last World Cup. Will Argentina lift the cup? Will Messi solidify his status as the greatest ever with the only gold that has eluded him?
If you have enjoyed the video, please give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more tactical showings.